What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Dr. Nina, and I hope you're doing well. Now, losing over 100 pounds over 17 years ago and keeping it off has been one of the most rewarding experiences of my life. And look, that's why I love helping people with this, because it was some real innocent mistakes that I was making that I didn't even realize. So today I want to share the 9 habits that I stopped in order for me to lose over 100 pounds and keep it off for good. Now, if you do some of these things, don't feel bad. Instead of giving up altogether, just give up some of these bad habits I'm gonna mention. And no, I'm not God the Father, so I will not be working miracles today, but I will be providing you with the items down in the description box that I mentioned in today's video. Now let's get into these practical solutions. The attempt at changing my diet overnight was a big no-no for me. So I used to lie to myself, okay? Tell myself that all these bad food habits that I had, I was gonna get rid of them by tomorrow, or better yet, next year. Or that I was gonna clean out my whole kitchen, get rid of all the junk food, and change everything about it by the next day and replace it with healthy foods. More lies, more lies. Now click like if you've ever told yourself stuff like that. Don't worry, I ain't gonna tell nobody. But I learned that the point was to make changes that I could live with in my life for today. I wanted to make sure that I was making lasting eating and fitness changes that could last the rest of my life. And so here's a few of those things that I used that were quick fixes. I learned that eating healthy is not all about the foods that you take away. It's about eating the foods that you can have that are healthy, that you're adding into your life. Abundance. Small, steady, and realistic changes have worked for me over the years. So I'm gonna try something with you. We're gonna try a little challenge. Try swiping out that 2% milk you got in there, okay, for 1% or unsweetened almond milk. Just give the milk away. Switch out that usual bread you have for a multigrain version. Once you ease into that, add in a nice serving of fruits and vegetables each day. Look, those may not apply to you, but you see the things that I'm trying to do. Add in small changes that make a big difference over time. Things that you can live with that are not extravagant and overboard that you're more likely to stick with. Only dieting and not exercising was almost the death of me. And I do get it. You can lose weight through diet alone, but it is super hard. And look, y'all, I was miserable, hangry, and tired when I was always trying to curve back too much. My body was mad as hell. But when I learned a little bit more about exercise and how I could use it to lose a little bit more weight, but also to eat a little bit more, I was like, sign me up. Plus, there's a lot of great physical and mental benefits to it, like feeling better in your clothing or looking the best that you would like to look, as well as your muscle tone and body frame. Now, here's my quick fix here. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. And I'm not calling you stupid, I'm saying dumb it down. A lot of y'all tell me that you ain't got time for these long workouts and all this strenuous stuff. Now, it doesn't have to be strenuous and boring or take you a whole lot of time. You need to just figure out how to make fitness work for you. I didn't start off working out all day long. I didn't start off with long, hefty workouts. I just start off small and just 10 minutes. 10 minutes is all you need in order for you to see some changes in your fitness journey. So get on that elliptical, get you a hula hoop, a little bit of jump rope. Just move a little bit. You're going to see a difference. And do it for yourself, but also do it for your ass, your auntie, sister, cousin, because I got you. I had to also stop putting so much of an emphasis on my exercise as well. Here's the hard truth. What I was eating and how much I was eating had much more of a significant impact on my body, my weight loss, and my weight gain than exercise ever did. In short, you cannot outrun a bad diet. I was ignoring bad food choices because I was working out so much. Now let's talk about working out so much. For me, it was bad because it limited my recovery. And when you limit recovery, you end up with more injuries, which kept me out of the gym more, which meant I was in a bad cycle of gaining weight. And let's not even talk about my emotions being all over the place because I was sore and tired all the time. So that led to emotional eating. So here's my quick fix there. I slowly creeped up in my exercise and changed the way I was eating, which led to good weight loss. This also helped me with pushing through hard plateaus whenever you hit those marks, but then you stop, you slow down in your weight loss. And instead of gaining weight or not losing any weight due to lack of diet care, I was losing more. I had had to stop giving up on myself way too easy. Look, I didn't get to where I did with my weight loss because I was so perfect. Absolutely not. Most of us fall short. We skip out on workouts. We're not eating the healthiest. We're not making good decisions. However, we dust ourselves off and we try again. And I know for me, one of the things I had to face is I would emotionally eat. I would eat things because I didn't feel good about myself and where I was in my life at the time. And when I also reviewed that, I was self-sabotaging and also making the excuse that I didn't have what was necessary in order for me to reach my goals. But I had to pick myself up and dust myself off. And what I learned over time is that the pounds kept dropping off because I kept showing up, even though I didn't always know what to do. I had to forgive myself for my past mistakes, and I also had to figure out ways to use those mistakes as learning lessons to move forward. So here are some of my quick fixes here. I had to learn that perfection has no place here. You deserve it, and you are worth it. When you make a mistake or you feel like you're not making significant progress, keep going anyway. Do not give up. Change requires time, and old habits, they don't go away easy. Try to reach out for some support, and don't wait until next week or next year to jump back on the bandwagon. Do it right now. You can do it. Giving up on certain foods altogether messed up my diet. Now look, when all those fad diets were coming out and they were eliminating full food groups and all that stuff, I was like, oh, okay, I can do that, because I would get around certain foods and I didn't have good willpower. So things like dairy, your cheeses and all of that stuff, the rich and fatty things at that time, I was like all over it when they said you can just eliminate it and it'll help you lose weight. But I was even eliminating the things I actually enjoyed. And what I learned is you have to have a diet that includes things you enjoy for you to sustain it for the rest of your life. So I would go around cutting out bread, sugar, pasta, everything. And I would lose weight for a little minute and I would lose it sharp. But then as soon as I would add that thing in, let it rip, and I would gain that weight back real fast. So here are my quick fixes with that. Everything in moderation. And I try to eat more what I know is good for me. And I also try to get pre-portioned items that allow me to eat what I want, but within a certain controlled portion. So wedding cake, ice cream, sushi is one of my favorites. And this also stopped my all-out binges and being weak around foods that I needed more willpower around, because I had more of the treats that I desired. And I love food options that bring in some of my healthiest and my tastiest foods. And that's why I adore HelloFresh, who's partnering with me to bring you all today's video. No matter your lifestyle or your meal preferences, HelloFresh has something that's sure to please almost everyone at your table. From their calorie smart, carb smart, or even their veggie friendly, this is going to set out to please even the pickiest of eaters. And for a lack of better words, they keep it fresh, y'all. There's over 40 new recipe meals every week to keep you guessing, keep you adding in things. You can even swap out proteins and have other options in order for you and your family to be satisfied. And you're only going to find HelloFresh to have quality ingredients. In fact, their food comes from the farm to your table within 7 days, so you know it's fresh. And I've always told y'all that I love them because everything is pre-portioned. You don't have to think about it, and it takes little to no time. Everything I've made is like 30 minutes and under. And when I tell you it tastes so good, even hubby loves everything I prepare, and I never believed that it only took me a little while to do. So go to HelloFresh.com and use code Dr. Nina 65 for 65% off and free shipping. Again, go to HelloFresh.com and use Dr. Nina 65 for 65% off plus free shipping. Overindulging on those cheat days had to stop for me. Look, a cheat day at one point meant nonstop eat till you drop. And what would happen is I was literally just binging out on food. And so then this would lead to me feeling bad about myself. I would be in a bad mood, which would lead to more bad eating that made me feel even worse. So here are some of the things that I used as quick fixes. Keep in mind that for some people, especially at first, and when you're struggling with self-control, which is not a horrible thing, it takes time, maybe it's just an excuse to binge on food instead of actually having a nice reward day. If you can have a cheat day and be reasonable with it, then you're fine. But if it leads to you just eating foods over and over that make you feel bad about yourself, leading to less restraint on your eating, then this ain't for you. Perhaps try, like I mentioned before, portion controlling your treats. This way you feel more good about your choice and your decision, and you also feel a bit more satisfied. So it leaves you with both feelings of not feeling bad about yourself, but also getting what you want out of the deal. I had to stop confusing healthy with low calorie, and I used to buy that healthy buzzworthy food. And you know, research even shows that people that grocery shop are more likely to buy the stuff that says stuff like gluten-free, organic, low fat, without even thinking about whether it really means that it's low calorie. And a lot of the stuff on these packages is a whole lie. They'll put anything on there to get you to buy it. But think about this, none of the words actually tell you anything about the healthfulness of the food within it, or if it's actually low calorie. So here's my quick fixes there. Read the front of the package very carefully and flip it over and look at the nutrition facts. Look at all the things from the calories to the fat to the cholesterol, the carbohydrates, all of that that's going to give you a rundown of what you want inside your diet or what you're having. It's not that you're calorie counting per se, but it's good to know the ingredients that's in your food so you actually know what you're consuming. Restaurant menus are super suspect as well. They love to put in that section that says healthy options and healthy choices. And when you look at the calorie count, sometimes it's just as high as the other food that's on the menu. So inspect it. A lot of times MyFitnessPal and other things online will show you what's in the food. It'll show you the different nutrients. It'll show you what's there and what's not. So know your menu, watch the words, and then check it out before you order it on DoorDash, because I know y'all over there on Uber Eats and DoorDash spending all your money, but check it out before you do. I don't know about y'all, but I've had to stop it in the past with the unrealistic expectations. And what I mean is reality stars and TV and infomercials make weight loss look like a breeze. So when I actually lost my weight, I had to realize how hard, definitely hard it is. And that's why I share with y'all the struggles and the triumphs. It's not all cute peaches and cream. Sometimes you're gonna have downs, sometimes you're gonna have ups, and sometimes you're gonna have wins and losses. And a lot of times on TV, it made you feel like you could just drop this weight super quick and go with these fads. First off, we're finding out that a lot of these people are having body adjustments, okay? And nothing wrong with that, but when you're not telling people that, they believe that their expectation fits with reality when it does not. So I had to learn that there was a middle ground there. And when I would try to lose the weight super quick, it would come off quick for a while, but then you can't sustain that. It's not consistent. So I had to find something to stand in to make me more stable. Here's some quick fixes there. Changing my mindset was the major tweak. When it comes to expectations, instead of me expecting that I would lose 10 pounds in a week, expecting that I could lose 1 pound and reaching that goal helped me to be more likely to stay on track and feel good about myself because I was reaching the goals I set out to do and they weren't too hard for me. Losing 1 or 2 pounds per week or even half a pound is something to be celebrated. It's very much healthy and realistic, and it also leads to a lifetime of watching your health. I had to stop forgetting to use problem-solving methods in order to stop bad habits. A lot of times we think it's easy for us to stop things and pick up new habits, but actually it's very difficult. And when it comes to weight loss, there are some specific things I try to stick with. Number 1 is replacing bad habits with good habits. 2, finding your bad habit triggers. 3, managing those triggers. 4, enlisting a friend or family member to help with the positive changes. 5, making avoiding bad habits easier by removing those things out of your way and out of your life. So things like not bringing ice cream or Oreos into the house when you know you like to gorge on them. Create good habits. Lord, look at me. Create good habits so that you can last longer. Give yourself some room. So y'all, I hope today's video has been beneficial and that you've learned some things that you can let go of in order to release that weight, okay? And things that you can add to your life that will be even better for you on this journey. Make sure that you comment, share this video with someone who can use it, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, y'all. Beautiful brown baby doll. Peace.